Hello, Primary 3. Let's talk about Chapter 4, Lesson 36. We are still talking about the area. Now we're talking about the equal area. There are more than one rectangles that look different but have the same area. That's right, you can draw rectangles with different shapes, like this, standing or sleeping or titling. They have still the same area. Let's start with the first rectangle. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 square units. And you can draw this in another way, 1, 2, 3, and down 4, 5, 6. And you can still draw it in another way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of these rectangles have the same area. If you count, you will find that they are all 6 square units. The area is 6 in the 3 shapes. Let's see the second example. You have standing rectangle and sleeping rectangle. In the first one, it's 8 rows times 2 columns. 8 groups of 2 equals 16. In the second one, if you titled the shape, it will be 2 rows with 8 columns. 2 groups of 8 will still be 16. That's why we said that if you exchange the numbers of the multiplication, still it will give you the same answer. 8 times 2 will be the same as 2 times 8, it will be 16. From your book, page 101, solve the following problems. Muhammad makes a drawing with 5 squares. If you count the squares, you will find them 5. Mona makes the same drawing but uses triangles. It takes 2 triangles to make a square. How many triangles does Mona draw? You have 5 squares and she will use every 2 triangles to make 1 square. So every square is divided or cut into 2 triangles. You have 5 squares, so you have 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. You will have 2 times 5 because the 2 is repeated 5 times. You will get 10. 10 what? 10 triangles. Book page 102. On the grid below, draw and label as many rectangles as you can with a square area of 18. Then write the equations that match your rectangles. Let's think together. The number 18. What are the numbers that when you multiply together, they will give you 18? That's right, table 2. Remember, the first table that you always think about is table 2. 2 times 9 equals 19. That means 2 rows and 9 columns. This is the first 18. Also, you can use 6 times 3, table 3. 6 rows and 3 columns will give you still 18. And you have 2 times 9, you can flip it to be 9 times 2. We said that 2 times 9 is the same as 9 times 2, still makes 18. And of course, 6 times 3 will be the same as 3 times 6 will also give me 18. In your book, page 102, use the commutative property to answer the following. What is another way that you can write this? You have 3 times 7 equal 21. When you flip it, it gives you 7 times 3 equal 21. 6 times 2 equals 12, the same as 2 times 6 equals 12. 4 times 10 equals 40. 10 times 4 is the same, will give you 40. Then, your book, page 104. This is a math journal. Reflect on what you have learned about areas, arrays, and multiplication. Omar planted 2 flower pots. One was 3 times 4 and the other was 2 times 6. And of course, he doesn't have to say that they are the shape of the rectangle. Do they have the same area? How do you know? Show your thinking in numbers and pictures in the box below. Okay, the first one is 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is equal 12. And the second one was 2 times 6, 2 rows with 6 columns. It's also 12. As you can see, they have the same number of squares but put in different ways. The first one is 3 times 4, the other is 2 times 6. Still, they give you the same answer and the same number of squares, which is 12. Thank you and see you next time.